Hey guys, what's up? I know I say this every single time, but this match is great, and I think I usually get pretty close games, narrow games, as I should say, um, because I use generally not the best Pokemon, I guess I could say, and towards the beginning, I guess I don't really know. I overpredict too much or something. I'm not playing on my A game, and towards the end I start to pick it up, realize how my opponent plays and stuff like that, and use that to my advantage. And in this game I do this a lot, and you will see that. And the threats on his team are Fracture, because it can set up, and my physical wall is weak to its stab, Regice, or Regice, or however you want to say it, because I don't really have anything to resist its stab, and Golurk, because that thing is just a beast and it can wreck my whole team, and it gets Ice Punch. So yeah, that's can hurt my shelgon. And let's get into this. I slowed this down a lot because it's generally short and stuff. So the first turn, I'm leading off with my Monferno. He predicts me to go for the close combat. Goes into his Golurk. Great play right off the bat. I go into my Gardevoir for two reasons. I thought he was going to Stealth Rock, and I could go for the Will-O-Wisp. But that was a pretty bad play because Golurks usually outspeed me, Gardevoir, because they run max speed nowadays, and I go for the Stealth Rock just because he doesn't have a spinner, and two things on his, or three things, no, just two things on his team are weak. I don't know what I'm saying. And I go into my Shogun, and judging by that damage, he's definitely banded, and he already killed two pokes, so this is not good. He gets dragged down to his Cacture and goes for the Seed Bomb. It doesn't do anything, and I just go for the Dragon Claw. And now I was going to go for the rest because I wanted to be able to live and attack from that Golurk, and I wanted to be at as much HP as possible. And I just go for the Sleep Talk as he goes into his Fracture, and I get the Roar, I believe, which I would have rathered to get the Dragon Claw because it's super effective and whatnot, but whatever. And sorry, I got a message on Facebook and my mini fridge just went off. But he misses the Focus Blast. Don't think it really matters because it's not stab, and those things usually run Hone Claws with Focus Blast. And he goes for the Sword Stance as I just wake up and go for the Roar because I knew he was going to set up, or try to set up, that is, and if he switched it would be good for me. And he predicts me, I guess, pretty well. Goes for the Sucker Punch and gets a crit, which kind of does come into play because you will see um, I'm not at enough HP to live an Ice Punch, and I think that if he didn't get the crit, I would still be around 75% HP, maybe a little more, and I could probably take one Ice Punch and then either go for the Dragon Claw or the Roar, either way being a good play. And I predict him right there like a boss. I was going to slow that down, but I guess I forgot. I knew he was going to try and get the Flash Fire boost, so I go for the close combat on his Golurk. Kind of risky, but it works out great for me because I take out a Pokemon, and I go into my Electrode simply as fodder because it doesn't match up well against anything on his team anymore. And I just go for the Disable because I knew he was going to stay in, and I set up the sub, which in hindsight I could have gone for the Focus Punch because it does well against everything on his team except Golurk, and he was obviously going to switch, and it would probably OHKO that Fracture, even though it's not super effective. Yeah, I probably should have done that, but whatever. He roars me out into my Monferno, and you will see this play right here where he switches into his Golurk. Big mistake number one, because I just went for the Flare Blitz, knowing that I shouldn't go for the close combat, because he'd probably go into that Golurk, and that Flare Blitz would probably take the Lairon out, and his Fracture comes in. I didn't want that thing setting up or anything, so I just stay in and go for the Flare Blitz. To my surprise, it straight up takes it out without a crit. That is crazy. Monferno's on a roll right now. He brings in his Regice, and I go for the Flare Blitz. That's easily gonna KO, and I live, and I don't have Blaze. I think I actually have Iron Fist on this Monferno. I'm not sure, but either way, it's gonna take out that Lairon, so that's how you clutch it with a Monferno. And that was a great game, if I must say so myself. A narrow game, so leave a like if you enjoyed that game and stuff like that. So yeah, um, here's me being an idiot dragging my mouse onto the screen, which you will see two more times, and leave me suggestions for custom moveset videos and all that jazz. As I say every time, add me on Skype, all that. And yeah, that was a very good game, as I normally do have. And you should go check out my last battle if you haven't yet. That was an amazing game, better than this one. And goodbye.